Yo, yo, RX back with another stream. This time it is Sunday night, which can only mean one thing, and that is it is. Well, I don't know what that means yet. It means we are streaming. Yeah, what's up, gang? Hope y'all are doing good. Sunday night, last day before fight week, or a lot of people are looking at it as being the start of fight week, whichever one you believe. Yeah, it is Sunday night. Game, all the NFLs wrapped up. It's again 30 minutes till fight week, in my opinion, begins. But again, a lot of people are saying it's officially fight week on Sunday. So, whichever one you subscribe to, sweet. And, yeah, pretty simple. It's gonna be a lot like last night, but audio is actually working. Actually live on time, and my mic audio is working. Already better than last night. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about the NFL, talk about the fights a little bit, and overall have a nice little chill stream, shall we? I always say we shall, and yeah, let's close out the last night before fight week. In my opinion, again before, but again, a lot of people could look at it as fight week. Close it out on a fucking high note of yapping a little bit. Head into Monday, shall we? So, yeah, like I said, I'm just gonna talk about some NFL and some MMA. We're not gonna go super in depth on the UFC. That's gonna be wait till Tuesday. My friends, wait till Tuesday. That's when we go super in depth on the shit. And God, my voice ain't ready. If my voice is already shot now, how is it gonna be when we gotta talk about fights? But yeah. So, pretty simple. Let me get the screen share up. Again, whenever I do this, my audio will go wonky for a minute, so bear with me. Pink. We good? I think we good. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Yeah, we've got a nice little dark background tonight. Don't need to blind you with colors, but yeah, let's talk about some shit. We can begin with talking about fights because we've talked about them so fucking little in the last month, really, outside of Tuesday. Let's look at his card a little bit. The updated poster of Kayla Nunez. If you don't know how I do this on Sunday, I will look at the card the following week. I'll do this every Sunday. It's kind of like not a breakdown, but kind of just a look over everything. I'll give my little opinion on everything. And yeah, quick little view of the card. Quick overview, I guess, probably you would word it correctly. Let's do just that. 13 fights next week, dude. I'm so fucking excited. Beginning with Ty Miller and Adam Fugit starting us off. Is it the best fight that could kick us off? Not really. Again, you could, if you really wanted, you could put one of the fights that are higher quality as the first fight, but whatever. It's not even the worst fight on the card. I think the next fight is actually much worse. Decent fight. Not gonna give my prediction here or anything. Just say what I think about the fight a week out. Yeah, fine opener. We know what they're doing with that fight. There's no fuck. It's the same thing they don't time with Adam Fugit his whole fucking UFC career, and that use him as a stepping stone to build up someone else. That's all he's really here to do, and that's what he's gonna do more than likely. So yeah, fine opener, nothing special, not the flashiest opener in the world. Again, you could have had one of the better fights on the card, opening up, like, even if you want to begin with like this, would have been fine, or even this. But I get beginning with a little bit of somber note, get the weaker fight though. Even this would have been a higher excitement opener, but whatever. Miller Fugit, fine opening fight. Then the worst fight on the card, Ricky Torcios, almost said Simone. Ricky Torcios versus Cameron Smotherman. Yeah, it's easily the worst fight on the card. Neither guy is that good. It's a complete loser gets cut fight. The first one of the year. Torcios is kind of shitty. Smotherman has been really underwhelming since his debut. Not great. Pretty simple fight to predict, I'd have to imagine, unless the clear pick fumbles the bag here. First time seeing Torcios since he was on the first card of 2025. How weird. Yeah, pretty weak fight. Easily the worst on the card. Probably should have just been moved to the Apex. Like, yeah, as much as it would suck to move down to 12 fights, make more sense, but who really cares? But definitely the piss break of the prelims, more than likely. Not much to say. Meh. Then yeah, Josh Hokett and Denzel Freeman. Decent. Same thing as the Ty Miller fight. We know what they're doing here. Building up a big name. Not big name, but building up a prospect who they want to see how good he is. Give him a can, see how he does. Obviously, Hokett, the guy they're trying to build up here. Freeman's shit. They got no way I'm surprising anyone with those takes. Simple pick. Probably more than likely the first finish of the year. Unless Ty Miller gets a finish, I don't think Smotherman or Torcios will finish each other, so I think more than likely this will be the first finish of the year. And should be fine. Cool little fight there. Then the featured early prelim. This is where the prelims really begin. Michael Johnson, Alexander Hernandez. Very strong featured early prelim. It's the best of the 4 early prelims. It's not better than the 4 fights above it. Perfect placement on the card. Probably my first underdog pick of the year, to be honest. I could easily be my first bad pick of the year in the same breath, but we'll see. Not much to say. You're perfectly fine. Fight should be fun. More high chance of a finish, to be honest. And yeah, see what happens. Fine. Featured early prelim. Veterans. Can't really say much else there without giving predictions. Simple. Then LA should be. I think these two should swap, but whatever. Alex Perez versus Charles Johnson. Not much to say here. Another very simple fight to predict. This is again when the card really begins. First top 15 fight of the year. Good fight. If you gotta be an easy win for energy. Not again, don't let them shock anyone there. I would say there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 easy fights to predict on the card, and you can even maybe make a case for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think like more than likely I'd stop at 7 unless you want to add another 1 or 2. So I think all of these are super easy to predict. Easy layup for energy, not much to say there. Alex Perez is dog shit. It's going from one layup to another. This is fighting for top 15 ranking, not too bad in the top 15 fighting. Nikita Krylov and Modestas Bukauskas. Yeah, another very simple fight to predict. Don't think anyone's going to be shocked by the pick here. Everyone's going to have the same pick. Well, I say that. There's always going to be idiots who fucking try and be different. And they're going to be picking Alex Perez and Denzel Freeman and Adam Fugit and fucking Andre Pulyayev and Figueiredo, etc. And it's like, sure, man, if you want to throw your pick away like that, go ahead. I don't see the point in doing that. I've done it before as a joke, but like when you actually convince yourself that you lie to yourself that that's gonna be his pick, it's like that's gonna be the winner. It's fucking retarded, and that's why I'm not gonna do it here. Easy pick here. Don't think anyone's gonna be shocked by that. I only need to tell you who it is. You already know, and there you go. Next, co-main of the prelims: Hadiva Gautier versus Andre Pulyayev. I really feel bad for Puliayev here. Dude's not bad at all, but yeah, he's getting fucking murdered. I'm gonna shock you here. Simple. Next. And then we're ending the prelims with a fight that deserves to be on the prelims. I don't care what people say. It's gonna be boring. Umar Nurmagomedov versus Davison Figueiredo. I wonder who's gonna win. Don't need to say much more. Next. Get into the main card, the first one on Paramount. So I can't really call it a pay-per-view main card, but it is. But it isn't. I don't know how it works. Beginning with a banger. And I saw someone say, why the fuck did they put Silver Rose above this? Because they want to be in the main card for a fucking banger, you dumb shit. We have Arnold Allen versus Gene Silva. Oh, put that in my vein. It's gonna be such a good fight. That's such a good fight. Yeah, that's a phenomenal pay-per-view main card opener. Could have easily main evented a fight night if they really wanted it to, but I'm fine with it being here as well. Complete banger. One more can you say? Definitely, I would say probably one tied for the hardest fight to pick on the card between this and this, I would say. And yeah, I can't wait. That's gonna be a complete fuck. I don't see how that fight could be boring. I don't see Arnie being able to make that fight boring. So I know Gene's gonna make it fucking phenomenal. So I really struggle to see Arnie making it boring. So can't wait. Then we have from hard to predict, too easy to predict, Natalia Silva versus Rose Namajunas. A layup for Natty. Not much to say there. The 30-27. Next. And then we get to maybe the hardest fight to pick on the card. The banger, Waldo Cortez Acosta versus Derek Lewis. I can't wait. That fight's gonna be phenomenal. I don't know what to do there, man. I want to see Waldo win because his streak right now is fucking awesome. But also, I really don't want to see Derek Lewis lose. I would love to see him win. And I don't even know, can Waldo get Lewis? Can Lewis crack Waldo? I'm very excited to see this. That's going to be phenomenal. I can't wait. I truly just can't wait. Amazing. And then the new co-main. The good thing about this card, the co-main stays pretty strong for what it's replacing. It is still, that's better than the main event, to be honest. We have the co-main with Kayla gone. Sean O'Malley versus Song Yadong. Great fight. Better than the main event, that's for fucking sure. And yeah, I'm very excited, scared and excited. Of course, O'Malley fan. This doesn't do or die for him. Song Yadong in a fight that is gigantic for him. Even though I will say, shouldn't these two swap in fights? Like, obviously keeping O'Malley on the main card. Shouldn't these two swap? But, like, shouldn't Umar be fighting Song and O'Malley fighting Figgy? If he has me, like, and like O'Malley and Figgy can stay co-main, but would be co-main, but like, I don't know, I think it would make a lot more sense doing it that way. And then if you did that, Umar and Song could easily be on the main card. Just Umar and Figueiredo with a joke main card fight because it's not even a fight. Like, you could easily fucking, like, I think that would make more sense. Or even if you want to get really crazy, what you really could do, what really probably should be the case is O'Malley versus Umar and Song versus Figgy. But that was just not realistic because UFC would never fucking do that. But yeah, I really think it probably should be O'Malley and Figgy. And this is not in terms of what I'd rather see. I'd much rather see this fight. But logically, wouldn't it make more sense? I don't know if I can know. But I can't wait. Song is great. O'Malley isn't a must-win, as talented as he is. Not looked good lately. I'm so fucking excited. And then the main event. The first main event of the year. Not for a vote, at least a real one at least. Justin Gaethje versus Paddy Pimblett. Yeah, it's weak. I would say there's easily 1, 2, 3. Fuck, I think half of these are better. Like, I think this fight's fucking lame. Like truly, but like not even true. I could easily say these two are much better than any of this fight. I think is much better. Like I don't think there's much of this fight at all. I think it's pretty fucking pathetic. Do I agree when do I think people are right when they say it should be Armand and Charles or some shit like that? No, it should be Armand and Patty. That's what I don't think anyone understands here. Like Patty, I have no issue being here. It's Gaethje. That's like he's so lame. It's fucking 2026 and we're doing Justin Gaethje shit. Blah blah. Now it's 2026 and we have Justin Gaethje, Derek Lewis, and Rose Namajunas on the main card. But yeah. I don't know. I don't think much of the main event. Could it be good? Yeah. Could Gaethje knock Patty out? Would that be phenomenal? Yeah. Could Patty dominate Gaethje? More than likely, he's just gonna grapple fuck him. Um, do I think this fight really means anything? No. Like, do we already know the winner is getting murdered by Ilya? Yeah. I don't see the point of it outside of filling in pay-per-view. Like, of course, we already know this was meant to be Ilya and Patty until Ilya had his fucking issues. And that sucks that that's not what we're getting, but what can you really do? Yeah, you take what you can get, and what we're getting is a very subpar fight. That again, I think O'Malley and Song is a much better fight in every sense of the word. Um, if this was Armand and Patty, awesome. 10 out of 10 pay-per-view main event. But fucking Gaethje and Patty, like Gaethje, a dude who has done nothing to deserve to be. Nothing Patty has either. Patty has done even less. Fuck, I think Fizzy has the better one than fucking anything Patty has done. But it's like, at least Patty's like, okay, let's see if he's actually any good. Beating Gaethje doesn't even fucking show that. Gaethje's not good. So, I don't fucking know. Patty is gonna probably win. It's gonna be lame. And it's gonna be kind of a sour. I already say this fight being lame and a sour note on the card that I think is gonna be overall pretty decent. Like I feel like from MJ to O'Malley, this card could be extremely strong. Umar is the perfect piss break in the middle. I don't know. Like if you cut the card off here, it's not almost better. To be honest, like if you just look at the card from this perspective, is that not just a really good fight night? Because all I think is this is a bona fide fight night. Like I don't look at this as anything more than a fucking overglorified fight night. But whatever. What do I fucking know at the end of the day? I guess. Um. Yeah. Five shitty main event because there's fights that are better under it, but. Well, maybe it's a banger. Maybe we're shocked and it's a banger. I'm gonna say it's not, but who knows? And see what happens. Feels good to talk about some fights again, even if it is in a very vague way. Wait till Tuesday when we really look into it, talk about it, and yeah, I can't wait, man. I can't fucking wait. It's almost officially fight week, and because again, I don't think fight week starts till Monday. But if you want to say it already is fight week, even better. I can't wait. I can't fucking wait, and it's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. As weak as the main event is, I think the rest of the card is. The middle of the card's really solid. Even from if you want to add in from Hokit to O'Malley, I think this card is a very strong middle with the kind of beginning two fights are kind of whatever, the ending's kind of whatever, but I don't know. I'm excited just because fights are back no matter what. This card would be exciting just because it's the first card in a month, and I'm excited. I had to cut my mic there for a second. My bad, my bad. But yeah, I don't know. I'm down. And the bad thing for the UFC is next week's card, the Volk Lopez card, does not have the privilege of being the first card after a long break. So I'm gonna rip into that motherfucker. Dude, that card is ass. That card is fucking terrible. But good thing we don't have to talk or watch that card this week. We'll rant about that shit next Sunday night for this Sunday night. What can you really say? UFC 324. Less than a week now. 5 days. I can't wait. Not very much more I can think to say. So, there you go. So, there you go. Oh, I finally talked about MMA. No one shows up to watch. Great. Yeah, I'm trying to get anything else saying MMA. Give Steve got a fight booked, not in the UFC. Trying to there anything else to talk about before we move to NFL shit. No, not that I can think of. I think we can move to talking about the NFL. Unless I'm blanking on something because I don't think I am. Yeah, fucking can't wait for fights. But let's give the NFL its spotlight on the last weekend where it's carrying us. Can't wait for the games next Sunday. But for this Sunday and this week and the last month, they've been carrying. I'll talk about them a little bit. Beginning with the first game of the day, we talked about the Saturday games yesterday. Come back and watch that if you want to hear what I thought. For today, the games being with the Texans and the Patriots. Yeah, it wasn't great by any means. It was probably the most forgettable game of the weekend. Like CJ Stroud played awful. 4 interceptions. It wasn't. New England played pretty whatever. Did against that great defense. They did what they could. Got the win and moved to the AFC Championship. Houston has some real interesting questions to ask about if Stroud is really all that, because again, 4 interceptions is not great, and that was in the first half. I'm not saying over the game. That was in the first half. So, yeah. But I can't say I'm shocked that he's struggling with an offense that has no weapons. Nico Collins was injured, their running backs are shit, Dalton Schultz was injured. They have nothing around him, so much as I want to blame Stroud, because he played terrible, so how much is he meant to do with goddamn Jaden Higgins and Justin Watson or who the fuck else he had? Where the fuck did Tank Dell go? Where's Joe Mixon? I'm confused, but not like that. They could have won this game, but they just were not all there, and New England was just a bit better. Still not New England's best showing, in my opinion, but against a great defense, so I'll give them a break. But it looked better than it did against the Chargers. Yeah, not much to really say. They looked fine, got the win, are going to go easily beat Denver next week. The Jared Stidham-led Broncos. Yeah, not really much to say there. Most forgettable game of the weekend by far, and see how easily they beat Denver next week. And then for the game of the weekend right after that, what a fucking game this was to end Divisional week. We had in Chicago the only home team to lose, sorry Tone, the Rams versus the Bears. Yeah, this was fucking phenomenal when the game actually started. First 3 quarters, pretty lame. Fourth quarter, insane. Caleb Williams made probably the best fucking play of the season and maybe one of the best plays I've ever goddamn seen to send the game to overtime. Send it to overtime, but he did choke a bit in overtime, throwing an interception, giving the Rams a chance to go downfield and kick field goal and win, which they did. And that means the Rams are going to Seattle next week. Chicago is out. Can't take anything away from Chicago this year. They overperformed. Ben Johnson should be coach of the year, if we're being honest. Caleb looked phenomenal at times. They're just young. I think in another year or two they will be the best team in the NFC at this rate. To already almost be in, year 2 with this core and year 1 with this coach. Another year or two, I think they're going to be top tier, but they're still a little green, and yeah, just kind of made one mistake too many. Caleb's good. Caleb's really fucking good. and this is clearly the guy they drafted, and good to see that. Really good to see that, and we'll see how they bounce back next year. Can't really be too upset. And for the Rams, they have to go to Seattle, which they should probably be more upset because they have to go play the Seahawks, who are going to blow them out. Been a good run for the Rams, but I'd be very shocked if they give Seattle a game, let alone win. They have a better chance of winning than Denver, but let's be honest, they're gonna get their ass beat. Imagine we had Denver Rams Super Bowl. That'd be fucking terrible. It'd be a new matchup I don't think we've ever seen, but it wouldn't be intriguing in any means. Yep, Seattle should beat the Rams pretty soundly. As decent as the Rams are, they are just kind of falling ass backward in the wins, and you ain't gonna do that against the Seahawks. So, yeah, not very much else to say. So pretty is Seattle your pick to win Super Bowl? No, Seattle has always been my pick to go, but my pick is still New England. As weak as they've looked in the playoffs, I'm riding with New England. I've said it since the beginning of the playoffs. You can go back in videos, tweets, whatever. I've said since the beginning, New England's gonna beat Seattle in the Super Bowl, and we're one fucking win away from seeing both of that happening. And I did predict the Rams and Seahawks NFC Championship. I thought it was gonna be New England and Houston on the other side, but that happened a week early. So yeah, I'm going. Again, that might be a fucking shocker to say New England for how weak they've looked, but I just think they're that good. So they're gonna. But I won't be shocked if Seattle wins. If it does come down to New England and Seattle in the Super Bowl, I won't be shocked if Seattle won because they are really good. But I'm going New England, and I'm not going to change my pick. I don't even want to. I'm going to ride with the Pats to get number 8. So I can't. I hope we get New England, Seattle. God, just don't give us Rams and Broncos, please. And even Patriots or Rams would be kind of lame. Seattle, Denver would be a fucking joke. So, yeah. But, yeah, today's games were a mixed bag. Again, the Patriots game was forgettable, and the Rams game was the best of the 4 of the weekend, mainly just because of the ending. And that sets up next week for New England heading to Denver and LA heading to Seattle. One should be a blowout, the other should be a more competitive blowout, and I can't wait. And both on Sunday, they're not even going to try and compete with the UFC, and can't wait. Can't fucking wait. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. Down to 3 games in the NFL season. Two next week, and then 1 on February 8th. Let's see who takes the crown. We got our final 4. Drake May, Jared Stidham, Matthew Stafford, and Sam Darnold. I don't know either. I'm excited. One of the best playoffs of all time, more than likely. The highs have been high. Few bad games, but for how unpredictable this playoffs has been, unless you're a fan of a team that's got beat, I don't know how you can't enjoy these playoffs. They've been fun. I've really enjoyed them. The only games I have enjoyed, the Denver game pissed me off at the end. Chargers Patriots was pretty shitty. Yeah, outside of that, I've enjoyed every other game fairly. I don't remember Buffalo Jacksonville too much. Outside of these 2, in this game's kind of meh. Outside of those 3, I've enjoyed every game decently enough, and yeah, we got down to 3. You have a pick for the no. I know about it, Mendoza versus Beck, but I don't fucking know or care who wins. Sure, the Mendoza, I guess. I could. You would have to ask Chrome or whoever else that you watches college football. I know about. I'm not gonna watch. I could give less than a fuck about college. So yeah, it's cool. It's weird to have a big game like that on Monday, but I guess you don't want to run against the NFL. So why not do that on Friday? Wouldn't that be a much more prime time than Monday night start or whatever? Yeah, Mendoza, sure. We'll see if he's really all that. if he's really ready to carry the Raiders to a 4-12 season. If he's good enough to carry the Raiders to a 5-11 season. So, but yeah, that'll be fine. I'll give an update on what happened in that game on Tuesday. I'll look at the score and make my assumption on what happened. And yeah, not really much else to say there. So plenty of football going on right now, and yeah, like I think we all can thank football for carrying us through these 6 weeks without fight. I guess the NBA too, if you watch that. I do fantasy for it. I don't even fucking pay attention half the time, but yeah, I don't know. Now that fights are back, every other sport goes to the side of the fucking queue, and fights are number one. Actually, it's about hit midnight, so it's about just hit Monday here. So in my opinion, it's officially fight week, and again, a lot of people say Sunday is officially fight week, so enough for you to decide. I already talked about this card a good amount earlier. Didn't do a breakdown or anything, or give out my picks, but I did talk about it Tuesday. I'll do a more in-depth talk about it, and yeah, I'm excited. So happy to be back in fight week. We're only gonna have a few breaks a year, which is so fucking nice to hear. Made your pick for Penn. Yeah, I got my pick for every fight. I'm going Patty. I don't like everyone else, I would imagine, unless the odds are different. But Patty, yeah, Patty is the pick there. Like, I think they're both douchebags, so it's really hard to cheer for either one. So I gotta pick off who I really think's gonna win, and I guess Patty. So it's whatever. God, it should be Armand and Patty. Well, what can you do? Should be Kayla Nunez, but Brock Lesnar somehow hurt her fucking neck. So yeah, I don't know. What can you do? So we'll see. I still look at this card as a glorified fight night now with no belt on the line. No, I don't care about an interim belt. That's a fake belt. With no real belt on the line. So it's a glorified fight night. A really good fight night. A very strong fight night. But still, let's be honest, the fucking main fight on the card is worse than like 3 of the main card fights. I'll take O'Malley, Lewis, and Arnie Jean over Patty Gaethje any fucking day. Unless that fight's a magical fucking banger, which it's not, I just think that fight's gonna be a really wet note 10 the card. Like, you're gonna have a bunch of these fun fights and then this fucking weak fight, but whatever. The odds for Rose Natty. I think Natty's like minus 500. Minus 440. Yeah, if she's anything under minus 500, that's a fucking scam. She should be minus 500, 600. That's one of the easiest fights to pick on the card. So that's the easiest main card fight to pick by a fucking landslide. That's not much to say there. Natty staying active, knowing Val ain't gonna fight till fucking September, so it's smart. It's smart and stupid. Stupid because why waste your time? Smart because you already know Val's gonna wait 8 months to ever fight again, so yeah, and I guess there is no fucking debate to Natty is gonna fight Val next to Val. Has to know if she really wants to win her Kayla Nunez, she's waiting even longer, so yeah. I really wonder what they would have done if Kayla Nunez happened and Val fought the winner. Natty and Blanchfield for the belt, I would imagine would have been their plan. So I wouldn't have been upset with that, but it would have been a really weak note, and it would have been an easy win for Natty, but whatever. So yeah, I don't know. A lot of interesting parts about to move in the UFC as the wheels get moving again. Yes, so happy for the Paramount era. The idea of it, at least we'll see how it actually goes. I think it's gonna be great. Not just being able to watch everything clean, perfect. Even though we always bought the pay-per-views before, wink, to be able to just watch it fluid, one wall, and watch. Perfect. I'm excited, and I think it'll be fun. UFC cogs are moving again after 6 weeks. It's gonna be fun. I really think it's gonna be fun. It's so fucking needed. I've had so little talking points for stream, so now I finally have fights to talk about again. I'm so fucking happy. I only could talk about football for so long, and yeah, it's actually funny. Tonight was gonna be the MMA fancy draft night, but I said, yeah, we're not doing that shit because it'd be too much of a pain. So we got goat milk, and that's really what a goat milk is for. So I haven't even fucking heard him, so I would imagine no. If Conor McGregor fights at the White House, the only fight I see him doing at this point is Nate Diaz, which I'd actually be completely fine with, but A, Conor ain't gonna fight again, and B, it ain't gonna be Nate Diaz. So the Chandler idea is gone. Masvidal ain't happening. It's not 2019 anymore. It would only be Nate, and if they did it, sweet, I'd be more than down to see it, but I struggle to see them doing that at this point. Even though who fucking knows what they're gonna do with that card, with Pierre not being on it, with Jones not being on it, with fucking like who the fuck else is there? Ilya probably not being on it. So we're gonna see what they do with that. I am very intrigued. Not much. I think by this time in a month or so we'll be hearing fight announcements for it. I would imagine. So I'm excited. So the China thing was 2 years. Yeah, anything Connor related was 2 years ago, but we'll look past that. Fucking caveat to his idea. So unless he's fighting Nate Diaz, I don't care for a Conor fight. I barely care for the Nate fight. I don't care about Chandler. I don't care about Masvidal at all. I don't care about who the fuck else have you been rumored. Nick Diaz would be fucking stupid. I don't know who else he would fucking fight at that point. So yeah, it's fucking dumb. I'll just let Conor go to BKFC and fight Mike Perry. It'd be fucking worth your while to get him out of your fucking hair. If you were the UFC, but whatever. We'll see what they do. Is a fucking bomb. Hi, Chromulus. Good to see you, brother. He's alive. Yeah, CJ looked bad. CJ looked really bad. 4 interceptions in a half. We do that shit on Madden as a joke. He did that shit in real life. Fuck. I see why we didn't even. That's the one game this week we didn't do on Madden because we couldn't even play that badly to replicate it. So fucking insane. Down to you. New England benefited from it, even though they were gonna win anyway. I mean, God, even though God, that defense is fucking good, but yeah, New England really fucked with him, got in his head. Again, I said before, and I hate to always be the one to say like, well, you can't blame them. You can definitely blame Stroud a lot here, but at the same time, what the fuck is he working with? His top weapons at points of this game were Woody Marks, Jaden Higgins, and Justin Watson, I think. So, like, he still played terribly, but like, I don't know who would have played good with the weapons that he had. Not 4 interceptions bad. I don't think anyone would have played that badly. But it's like, God, man, you're really giving him less than nothing to work with against the best team in the AFC. So, I don't fucking know. But yeah, they fell apart. Houston's really starting to become another team like Buffalo that always shits the bed in the playoffs. And they keep making it, but they keep falling short. So they're going to be another team that really gets that fucking stigma to them and to a team. That being a playoff choker. Bad for Chicago fans losing in overtime. Yes and no. Yes, because of course it's a loss. No, because Yeah, like I said before, you can't fucking harp on their season too much. You can't shit on their season. Overperforming, being almost debatably at times a top tier looking team in year two with this core and year one with this coach. It was a great season. It was a really great season, but everything I said going into playoffs was correct. They're not ready yet. They're really good. And I 100% believe in a year or two they might be the best team in the NFC, maybe even next year. But if it's too early, too much too soon, another year or two of developing, and then I think they will be ready. So they're good. Ben Johnson is fucking phenomenal. He's coach of the year easily. So I would say I don't know who else you can really give it to. Caleb Williams has got way better. Their core is really good. They need to run. DeAndre Swift sucks, but and yeah, Pats didn't play that good either. They're lucky to start to play. Yeah. New England really kind of. Well, did New England play bad, or are they just playing a top tier defense? I look at it at the latter. Like I think against the Chargers, they really underperformed. In this game, I think they were just playing a top tier defense, like they were. So I don't know. They're gonna easily beat Denver next week. That's their easiest game they've had in the playoffs somehow. So I think we're gonna see the best of New England next week. And I'll lay up against Denver and Jared Stidham. And yeah, not very much to say there. So, and for Chicago, I don't think losing was the worst case scenario because they could have had to go to Seattle and get their doors blown off. So, maybe this was the good outcome for everyone involved. So, there you go. It was a good divisional round. Like I said, these playoffs have just been fucking phenomenal. Like outside of what 3 bad games, I think in most games have been fun. Um, yeah, it's like one of the best playoffs in like years. So, and we still got 3 games. Seattle and the Rams are gonna be a fun blowout, a fun close blowout. New England's gonna be boring. They're just gonna easily beat up Denver for 4 quarters with fucking ease. And then the Super Bowl of Seattle and New England. That sounds like a banger. Sam Darnold could be raising a Super Bowl trophy. Or Mike Vrabel. God. I'm excited. I'm really excited. So, we'll see what happens. I think the playoffs have been very, very good. And again, now we don't have to rely on them to carry our weekend because we have fights. So, hallelujah. Hallelujah. That was what I say. And, yeah, not really too much else to say there. So, for example, legend have that Seattle is still scoring points on the Niners for fun. um, yeah, I don't know. What a good playoff. What a good playoffs to lead us through this shitty break with the UFC. But we're back now, thankfully. And I can't wait. Simple. Oh, my nose is stuffy. I'm not cold at all, but whatever. I can kill the screen share at this point. Just yap to y'all one-on-one for another minute or two before we get out of this bitch. God, like I've been fucking playing out there in Chicago all day, Jesus. It's gonna be -3 degrees, or not negative, it'll be 3 degrees tomorrow night. Oh boy. Uh, but yeah, I'll go a couple more minutes. If y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about before we get out of this bitch. Been going about 45 minutes. When we hit 46 minutes in about a minute and a half. If y'all don't got anything else to talk about, we can get out of this bitch. But if you have something you want to talk about, then let's talk about it. So, up to y'all. I did my little, I don't want to call it a rant, but my little self-therapy session last night at the end of the stream. So I got that out the way, and that was fun. So I'm happy not to have to deal with audio issues tonight. I was only just getting live last night at this time, so happy to go live on time and all that tonight without issue, and happy that y'all enjoying it. So go another minute unless if y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about. If not, I just think we can end the fucking weekend, shall we? Give it another minute or so before. If y'all got anything else y'all want to talk about. If not, let's head into fight week. So there we go. 46 minutes. I'll start wrapping this shit up if y'all got nothing left to really talk about, because I don't. I talk about football, talk about fights. I already know enough to say. Fantasy is. I won in fantasy basketball for once. Aside of that, not really much else going on. Unless I'm forgetting something, which I don't think I am, so I think we can get out of this bitch for the night, shall we? I say we shall, as so. Let's do that by saying, as always, hope you enjoyed the stream. Please like, comment, subscribe, turn us go by the end of 2025. Shout out to Freezy and Chrome for hopping in, goats, and yeah, we'll be live again Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday this week. Next video will be Friday with the breakdown for the card. Shorts will be Monday, Wednesday, or Thursday, one or the other. And Saturday, unless did there another one I do? I think that's all of them, so I don't really know. But we'll see. I'll remember my fucking fight week schedule as we go through the week. And have a good night, y'all. Later, Freezy. Yeah, trying to think of anything else to add. Not anything goes. It's finally fight week again. Content's gonna get better. I'm not gonna be lame and just football related. Gonna get back to MMA. So fucking excited. Fight week again. Let's enjoy it. And yeah, trying to think of anything else to say. Not that I know of. So let's end the weekend. Hope everyone had a great weekend. The fight week by saying, as always, RX out. Good vibes only.